When your belly thinks of New York City, I know it's craving for pizza, bagels, and the classic steakhouse. While I don't have millions to spend on a historic brownstone in the Upper East Side, today I get to share a culinary landmark that feeds the people who do. We are conducting a detailed review of 2nd Avenue Deli. Now, if you look up New York City Deli, the algorithm is going to shout Katz at you. And sure, Katz is a tourist spectacle and has great food. However, 2nd Avenue Deli offers something different. Refined simplicity, civilized service, and calmer, unrushed meal. If it's important, 2nd Avenue Deli is certified kosher, whereas many famous spots are merely kosher style. This distinction matters. Today, we are going to break down a $77 lunch. We are going to taste the history of a place founded in 1954, explore the insider moves that maximize your dollar, and see if the quality of these Jewish staples justify the price tag. Because when you open up your wallet for this meal, you want to know if you're getting ripped off or you are paying for a meal that you will want to come back just like a regular. To understand why a sandwich costs what it costs, you have to understand the legacy. Imagine it's 1954. The East Village is the Yiddish theater district. A man named Abe Liebowald takes over a tiny 10-seat coffee shop at 156 2nd Avenue. He's a Holocaust survivor with work ethic that would put Wall Street to shame. Over decades, Abe didn't just build a deli. He built a living room for New York. He was known as the mayor of 2nd Avenue. But the cool thing is that this place wasn't just for celebrities and the rich. It was for everyone. Unfortunately, he was murdered during a robbery on March 4th, 1996, and the crime remains unsolved. Moving forward with the timeline, New York's real estate history hasn't always been kind. In 2006, a rent dispute forced the original location to close. It was a dark day for deli lovers, but the family refused to let the legacy die. They reopened on East 33rd Street in Murray Hill. They kept the recipes, they kept the staff, and they kept the soul. And in 2011, they opened up a second branch on 1442 1st Avenue and East 75th Street on the Upper East Side, which is where we are today. So when you sit here, you are sitting in a direct continuation of that 1954 dream. It's a resilience that flavors the food. As you review the menu, the prices here can be shocking for a sandwich and soup. But at a real Jewish deli, the value starts before you even order. The server brings you the health salad, which is a nice way of saying coleslaw and a bowl of pickles. These aren't supermarket pickles. And while these are complimentary, crisp, garlic heavy, palate cleansers, the cost of the sandwich is covering these brined cucumbers. The coleslaw is vinegar based, not drowned in mayo, which is crucial because it provides the acid needed to cut through the fatty meats that are coming later. If you were to price this out at a standard restaurant, you're looking at maybe $10 to $12 worth of appetizers, served completely gratis. This is the first signal that you are in a place that understands hospitality and appetites. It sets the tone. You aren't being nickel and dime for condiments here. You are being fed. We now begin with some soup. First, this really warms you up, which is essential for a chilly day in New York. Second, it allows you to experience the Jewish penicillin without sacrificing your appetite for the main event. The broth is golden, clear, and rich with schmaltz, also known as chicken fat, without being greasy. The matzo ball itself has the right consistency that is not too dense, but airy enough with structural integrity, not to fall apart in the soup. We ordered a bowl with 2 matzo balls, and the server split the bowl for us at the table. This is something you cannot get at a counter service spot. Now for the main event, the classic pastrami on rye. Look at the architecture of this thing. It's thinly sliced and piled high. It's equivalent to 3 distinct sandwiches worth of meat. The meat is warm, steaming, with a precise thickness. It's not sliced wafer thin, and it's not hand-hacked into thick slabs. It's that perfect middle ground with enough bark for texture. The rye bread is fresh, with a solid crust to hold the weight. Can you level up this masterpiece? Just add the legendary 2nd Avenue Deli's brown mustard that is house-made and stone ground. It has a sharp, pungent kick that perfectly cuts through the fat of their signature pastrami. To accompany the legendary sandwich, we ordered a potato pancake, a latke, with applesauce. Now, a lot of places ruin latkes. They make them like greasy hockey pucks. Here, the exterior is shattered glass crispy, while the interior remains creamy and onion forward. The cold applesauce provides the temperature contrast against a hot, salty potato. But let's go back to the pastrami. The peppercorn bark on the edges gives you that spice kick, while the intramuscular fat renders down just enough to lubricate the bite. Is it salty? Yes. But that's the point. It's the preservation and flavor in one. You take a bite of this and you realize why this place has survived rent hikes and recessions. It is consistently delicious, nostalgic, and iconic. Do you think it's worth it? Comment below. Now, if you're eating a sandwich this rich, water is not going to cut it. And ordering a typical Coke feels like a missed opportunity. To truly unlock the experience, you have to order the champagne of the deli. I'm talking about Dr. Brown's Cel-Ray soda. I know what you're thinking. Celery soda? That sounds like a punishment. But here's the cool thing. It's actually a botanical, gingery, peppery masterpiece. It dates back to 1869, originating from Brooklyn. It was so popular in the Jewish immigrant community of the 20th century that it was practically a food. The flavor profile is crisp, slightly bitter, and highly carbonated. It acts as a palate cleanser. When you have a heavy, fatty, salty pastrami coating your tongue, the Cel-Ray cuts right through it. It resets your palate for the next bite. Paying a few dollars for this can creates a flavor combination that has existed in New York for over 100 years. It is an essential part of the asset allocation of this meal. While my favorite Dr. Brown soda is black cherry, what might you try if given an option? While we are enjoying this traditional meal, we have to discuss a fascinating piece of legal history that happened right here. 2nd Avenue Deli is famous for a sandwich called the Instant Heart Attack, introduced around 2004. It is 2 potato latkes used as the bread with the meat inside. But here is where it gets crazy. There's a place in Las Vegas called the Heart Attack Grill. They sued 2nd Avenue Deli for trademark infringement over the name. Imagine that, a Las Vegas burger joint trying to tell a legendary New York City Jewish deli they can't use a self-deprecating joke about cholesterol with a side order of Lipitor. I plan on ordering this next time. Comment below, would you also order this sandwich? We finished the sandwich, we finished the soup, we are stuffed. And just when you are thinking the transaction is over, the waiter returns. Not just with the bill, but with a complimentary blue and white cookie. Basically, it's a black and white cookie. If you have not had this type of cookie, it reminds me of the airiness of a macaron, and the frosting is a little sweet. Again, this is an insider value. In many restaurants, that cookie is $5. Here, it's a handshake. It's a thank you for coming. It's a small touch, but it sweetens the blow of what comes next. The check with tax and tip, $77.10. While you can adjust the tip amount, I always try to tip more than 20%, especially for good service. Let's break that down. You have the soup, the massive sandwich, the potato pancake, and the beverage. But you also had the free cookies, the free coleslaw, and the free pickles. If you divide that up by 2 people, you are looking at roughly, for $38.50 a person, you sat in a comfortable chair, you had a waiter who likely has been working there for 20 years, split your soup without blinking an eye. You didn't have to precariously carry a couple $30 sandwiches on a tray, and you didn't have to fight for a table. In a city where a mediocre salad can cost $25, paying a premium for a top-tier heritage meat and civilized service feels less like an expense and more like an investment in your own sanity. Katz is for the gram, 2nd Avenue is for satisfying the gut and the soul. So while the price might initially feel like emptying your piggy bank, the return on investment at 2nd Avenue Deli is undeniably worth a 2 Noah Eats. You get the history, the quality, and the extras that make you feel like a regular, even if it's your first time. If you want to see more reviews where we dissect the value behind the hype, make sure to like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, would you pay $77 for this lunch, search for a dollar slice, or go all out for a tasting menu? I'll see you in the next video that is popping up on the screen right now.